Can you solve all these Class 3 IFs Chapter 2, the Plant Fairy questions? Lion is strong choice. Carnivores is the right answer. Rabbit can fly. On track. False is the correct answer. Dragonfly isn't. Excellent choice. Insect is the right answer. Which is a tree? You chose mango, and it is correct. Frog sounds dash. Great thinking. Croak, croak is the right choice. Cot means dash. Great job. Bed is the accurate answer. Which is a herb? Good job. Your answer, Tulsi, works well here. Kangaroo can dash. Correct response. Hop is the most accurate answer. Identify the tree. Sharp thinking. Banyan is the right choice. Is Tulsi a plant? Nice work. You chose true and it is correct. Identify the shrub. Well done. Rose is the right choice. The neem tree has a smart pick. B. Thick trunk is the correct choice. Identify the climber. Good thinking. Money plant is the right answer. We should not pluck. Right again. Both of these is a valid answer. Example of shrub are solid response. All of these is a valid choice. Dash grows in deserts. Well reasoned. Cactus is the correct choice. Which animal can crawl? Nicely done. Lizard is a solid answer. Dash plant is a climber. Well picked. Money plant is the correct answer. Pumpkin is an example of correct. Creeper is the right answer. Snake dash on the ground. Nice selection. Crawls is the correct and valid answer. Which tree has thin trunk? Right choice. Papaya tree is the best answer. Animal lives on tree dash. Clear logic. Your choice squirrel is sound and 100% true. Plants that need a support. Exactly. Climbers make sense, and it is right choice. Choose the flowering plant. You're right. Rose is the correct answer. Rabbit is not a pet animal. Excellent. False is a brilliant choice. Butterfly has wings to fly. Smart move. True is an accurate answer. Dee Dee was sitting on the dash. Valid point. Grass is true. Dash awakes the whole night. You got it. Your choice all is right. Herbs are bigger than shrubs. Bravo. No is the answer. Poonam saw Dash in the pond. Perfect. Both A and C is the correct choice. The main part of a plant are smart pick. All of these is the correct choice. I live in a stable. Who am I? Solid response. Horse is a valid choice. Which is our national flower? Great job. Lotus is the accurate answer. Which one is an aerial animal? Exactly. Butterfly makes sense and it is right choice. Which animal is found on tree? Great thinking. Monkey is the right choice. Which plant has very soft stem? Excellent choice. Mint is the right answer. Caterpillar lives on the leaves. You're right. True is the correct answer. Which plant has very small leaf? Valid point. Tamarind is true. Which of the following is a tree? Well done. Mango is the right choice. Which plant have very big leaves? Excellent. Banana is a brilliant choice. Which plant has a very hard stem? Right choice. Neem is the best answer. Seeds are present inside the dash. Correct. Fruits is the right answer. Watermelon is an example for dash. Strong choice. Creepers is the right answer. These plants have medicinal value. On track. Tulsi is the correct answer. Which of the following have wings? Perfect. Pigeon is the correct choice. Dash is used to cure skin diseases. Nicely done. Neem is a solid answer. Coriander means dash these English. Correct response. Coriander is the most accurate answer. Tall and big plants are called dash. You chose trees, and it is correct. What is the color of a fresh leaf? Good job. Your answer green works well here. Last Sunday we went to a garden dash. Smart move. Neighborhood is an accurate answer. Dash jumps from one tree to another. Sharp thinking. Monkey is the right choice. The hard and strong stem of a tree is. Well reasoned. Trunk is the correct choice. Which of the leaf is easier to crush? Bravo! Dried is the answer. Identify the plant which odd one out. Right again. Grapes is a valid answer. Which of the following animal can hop? Clear logic. Your choice kangaroo is sound and 100% true. Stem is known as kitchen of the plant. You got it. Your choice, no, is right. Which thing do we not get from animals? Nice selection. Wood is the correct and valid answer. A part of a plant seen under the ground. Well picked. A root is the correct answer. Plants gives us dash that we breathe in. Nice work. You chose oxygen and it is correct. The leaves of spinach and methi are used. Good thinking. B, as vegetable, is the right answer. Michael said, "Get me some dash quickly." Good job. Your answer leaves works well here. Which of the following plants is a herb? You chose Mendi, and it is correct. Plants that grow crawl along the ground. Nicely done. Creepers is a solid answer. Plants that are commonly known as bushes. Clear logic. Your choice shrubs is sound and 100% true. Whom did Poonam ask? Let me go to school? Right again. Mother is a valid answer.
These leaves can be used to make chutney.
Excellent choice. Mint is the right answer.
Very small plants with green and soft stem.
Great job. Herbs is the accurate answer.
Which among the following animal has tail?
Nice work. You chose all of the above, and it is correct.
Animals live only in water are called dash.
Bravo. Aquatic animals is the answer.
The leaves which you can identify by smell.
Valid point. All is true.
Which of the following is an aquatic animal?
Good thinking. Dolphin is the right answer.
Which of the following cannot live in water?
Correct. Goat is the right answer.
What do plants give off after photosynthesis?
Well picked. Oxygen is the correct answer.
Which part of the plant hold the soil tightly?
Perfect. Root is the correct choice.
In olden days, some type of leaves are used to.
Smart move. A right is an accurate answer.
Poem in the lesson, Leaves, is written by whom?
Great thinking. Vijendra Pal Sisodia is the right choice.
Plants with thick or thin trunk are called dash.
Correct response. Trees is the most accurate answer.
Dash appears after rainfall and is without feet.
Right choice. Snail is the best answer.
Poonam did not go to school because she was dash.
Nice selection. Sick is the correct and valid answer.
I prepare food for the plant. Identify who am I?
Solid response. Leaf is a valid choice.
What fell on her face when Poonam was sleeping?
You're right. Crow mischief is the correct answer.
Which part of the plant is called food factory?
Well reasoned. Leaves is the correct choice.
Plants need dash from the air for photosynthesis.
Strong choice. Carbon dioxide is the right answer.
Animals living on the tree among the following is.
You got it. Your choice, both A and B, is right.
Didi, you are sitting on little plants, said Shabnam.
Exactly. True makes sense, and it is right choice.
All the leaves smells indifferently from each other.
Excellent. True is a brilliant choice.
Dash are the plants which need support to grow erect.
On track climbers is the correct answer.
The leaf which is dash in texture can be rubbed easily.
Smart pick. Dry is the correct choice.
Identify the odd one out. Tortoise, snake, lion, lizard.
Sharp thinking. Lion is the right choice.
After photosynthesis, plants store their energy as dash.
Well done. Glucose is the right choice.
All the trees have different colors, shapes, and margins.
Excellent. True is a brilliant choice.
The boundary line of the leaf along its edges is called.
Correct. Margin is the right answer.
Thick, brown, and woody stem called trunks are present in.
Well picked. Trees is the correct answer.
Which of the following is the colorful part of the plant? You got it. Your choice flower is right. The part of the plant which remains under the ground is dash. Well reasoned. Root is the correct choice. If your mother has caught cold, prepare tea with dash leaves. Great job. Tulsi is the accurate answer. Which of the followings is not in the shoot system of a plant? Right again. Root is a valid answer. Which of the following is a correct spelling of parts of plant? Nicely done. Leaf is a solid answer. I am in the ground to hold the plant strongly with it. Who am I? Nice work. You chose root and it is correct. Which of the following part of plant bears leaf, flower, and fruit? Good job. Your answer stem works well here. Choose the objects can be made using patterns of leaves and flowers. Solid response. All is a valid choice. Small plants with weak stems are called herbs. Which of these is a herb? Exactly. Tulsi makes sense, and it is right choice. Rearrange the following letters to make name of part of a plant. UFI to R. Good thinking. Fruit is the right answer. Which of the following part of the plant provides support to the upper part of a plant? Smart move. Stem is an accurate answer. Whose leaf is this? Excellent choice. Coriander is the right answer. These are the leaves of dash plant. Right choice. Mango is the best answer. Identify this tree with a thin trunk. Great thinking. Neem tree is the right choice. This a cheetah. It is the dash animal. Well done. Fastest is the right choice. Which gas plants give us for breathing? Smart pick. Oxygen is the correct choice. What are the different colors of leaves? Nice selection. All of these is the correct and valid answer. This is a peepal leaf. Does it have margins? On track. Yes is the correct answer. Observe the image and choose the correct. You're right. Reptile is the correct answer. This absorbs water from the soil. What is it? Strong choice. Root is the right answer. The leaves shown in the picture is of dash tree. Perfect. Banyan is the correct choice. Which plants you may identify with their smell? Correct response. All of these is the most accurate answer. Identify this common indoor plant that is a creeper. Sharp thinking. Money plant is the right choice. Identify this plant that has leaves with good smell. Valid point. Lemon tree is true. Identify and name the following given in the picture. Bravo! Grass is the answer. What is the name of the part of the plant in the picture? Clear logic. Your choice trunk is sound and 100% true. Dash plants are having weak stem and need support to grow. You chose climbers, and it is correct. Dash plants grow along the ground or creep on the ground. Good job. Your answer, creepers, works well here. The leaves of this plant shown in the picture is very good for health. Name it. excellent choice. Moringa tree is the right answer. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format? Great thinking. Contact Narayan Changda on Facebook is the right choice.